For mine, look, Sixers. Okay, so there's a lot of nonsense here. I'll try and break this down. The Thunder listed all 5 starters as questionable for this game.
Nuggets.
Sorry, the Nuggets. The Nuggets listed all 5 starters questionable for this game, which is a pretty big troll, in my opinion, of just to be like, yeah, well, no, maybe we'll skip this game. Maybe we just won't play. This is a TNT game between 2 MVP candidates. The league will be watching. They are likely doing both. The Sixers are on a back-to-back. They are likely to incur a fine if they were to hold their guys out for rest load management, which is why I think like the Nuggets listed injuries on all these guys. Like Nikola Jokic has a hip strain. Seemed perfectly fine on Sunday. They have a lot of stuff that they've just kind of listed on the report. I will tell you that my expectation is for them to play, but I don't know. Like I haven't spoken with anybody in the Nuggets front office to confirm, or like definitely not the coaching staff to be like they're gonna play. Like I have no sources telling me the Nuggets are gonna play. I believe that they're gonna play. The Sixers don't have to list their injury report until 1:00 Eastern tomorrow. As you're recording, this is today. That's the back-to-back rule. You don't have to list it till 1. I would imagine the Embiid's questionable game time decision, and I think Embiid plays. Jay's shaking his head.
I hate the way that they play with us, man. It's just like a cat and mouse game. They know if he's gonna play or not. It just really bothers me deeply.
I agree. Look, I honestly think the league would be better off with basically saying that on Sunday, if you have a rest intention, you need to you can always play your guys, but if you want to rest them in a certain game, you need to say like we're resting this game. Like on Sunday, there should be like a notification that's like Joel Embiid is probable to rest on Tuesday on a back-to-back. Fine. Like 2 days a heads up. That's fine, right? Regardless, I think Embiid plays because Embiid plays in all of the games against good teams when he's at home. He does not play on the road. He has 2 games this season versus teams over 500 on the road. One versus the Bucks in the first game of the season and one versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's it. That's the only times he's played teams over 500 on the road. Like, I'm not like there's a lot of pushback on Twitter for me pointing this out. If that's what he chooses to do, that's fine. But that's what he's chosen to do, and people can interpret that however they want. Like, it's okay for him to manage the schedule that way. That's all right. He can play versus the Wizards and drop 50 points, and he cannot play against the Wolves or the Celtics on the road. He dominated the Wolves at home, and he dominates good teams at home. And Embiid, he did this last year. He played well. Now, notably last year, the thing that the Nuggets led through 3 quarters, there was midway through the 3rd quarter last year, and the Sixers with Doc Rivers moved PJ Tucker onto Jokic and had Embiid in the back line. The infamous, that's like the Rui Hachimura defense. It's put a smaller guy on Joker and then have a weak side shot blocker. I don't know that they can do that this year because it's going to be Nick Batum. And like Nick's plus minus has been amazing, but I don't know if you want Nick trying to slow down Joker. That doesn't seem like it's going to be sustainable. I don't know who else they would go to. I don't think they go to a too big look. The other thing is that they adjusted Embiid's rotation last year to get Embiid more time in the non-Joker minutes, which makes a lot of sense because the non-Joker minutes are going to be terrible. I think they'll do that again. They want to win this game. Embiid wants to win this game. It's a statement game for him. Brandon Anderson made a joke on Twitter. This is their Super Bowl. This is the city of Philadelphia Super Bowl. They're going to win this game. Embiid's going to play. They're going to win this game. Do I like it at 4.5? Probably not, but I think that goes back down if the Nuggets starters play. Wait until game time. If the Nuggets are missing 2 starters, it's Sixers. If they're missing 1 starter, it's Sixers. 3 starters, Sixers. If 4 guys were to sit out, especially, and if any of them are Joker, wait till the line goes all the way the other side and probably bet Nuggets because it's a letdown spot then for the Sixers. Like I would lean a little bit towards Denver in that spot. But I do like the spot quite a bit for the Sixers. I think they win this game. Jay, if everybody plays, what do you think about the game?
I mean, I can't tell you. First off, I'll say I don't think either one of these guys win MVP. I'll start there. I mean, I love Joel Embiid cashed me a huge MVP ticket last year. Obviously, Jokic won the 2 previous years. I don't think either one of these guys are winning MVP, so there's that. But I think it's going to be a really great matchup. The Nuggets probably have the better starting five. I'd love to have Melton in there if I like the Sixers, because I do think the Sixers have a tad more depth, but they are on the back-to-back. I've seen this movie too many times where Embiid plays versus a soft team, puts up 40 and 10, and then on a back-to-back, then he sits out. So I don't know if I want to bet that Embiid plays this game. I get what you're saying, that he finally wants to show up versus Jokic. It's just crazy. I need to see if everybody's playing for the Nuggets first, as well. But if both of them have everybody in there, I could see it going either way, to be perfectly honest with you, man. But I do think that DeAnthony Melton, missing him, it's like one of those guys that don't really move the needle or move the point spread, but it does mean a lot to the Philadelphia 76ers. But they still got Oubre, they still have guys like Marcus Morris that's giving them a little bit of production off the bench. So it's a tough game, a great game that I like to watch, not the type of games that I like to bet on.
Watts, you got thoughts on this one?
No, I was kind of leaning to where your head's at with it, and then thinking that this number would be weird, and then I checked mine and I have it minus 2.2 if everybody plays. So I just don't see an edge really either way. But I agree with you. Wait till the end. Wait till before tip off if you're going to bet it.
Yeah, I'm fading the model, which I try really hard not to do, because honestly, I don't have a lot of luck doing that. It's like if I just play the model number, that loses. But if I ignore a model edge, I definitely lose. So I don't like doing that.